Good morning, dear children. How are all of you doing today? After the exam, you had a long holiday, right? Yes. We have a lot of options to spend our holidays fruitfully, right? Sometimes we can watch TV. Sometimes we can play video games. Sometimes you can play with your siblings. Correct? Sometimes you can move out of the house. You can just go to the garden or in the lawn, just roam around and come back. Correct? So we have lot of ways to make our time fruitful, productive, because we are staying in a family. Correct? We are staying with our parents, with our relatives. We have friends in touch. Isn't it? Children, have you ever thought of the kids, those who are deprived of food, those who don't have parents, relatives, friends? We call them orphans. Children, have you ever come across such underprivileged kids in your life? Have you ever compared their lives with ours? Have you ever felt to help such poor, underprivileged kids? I have used one word frequently, underprivileged children. Children, what is an underprivileged child? A child who doesn't have his parents, a child who doesn't have relatives or friends, a child who doesn't have his own house, we can call as an orphan. Right? Yes. Children, we should always be thankful to God that what a blessed life that we have got. We have got wonderful parents who take care of you very well. Right? Who feed you, who educate you, who protect you all the time, who take care of you very well. Correct? And you have got well-mannered family members, and you are always safe in your own house. No one will come and ill-treat you there. So, what a pleasant, what a beautiful, what a peaceful, what a safe life are we people leading. Correct? But children, you know, there are so many kids who are denied, basic education, who are deprived of food, safety, health, and good, medical care, etc. and etc. They are the underprivileged children. If you come across such kids in your life, please try to help them. Because we are blessed with a lot of comforts and luxuries in our life. We should be grateful for that. Right? Yes. Here we have a very beautiful story. It's taken from a novel. The name of the novel is Oliver Twist, written by Charles Dickens. The story Oliver Twist depicts the life of an orphan called Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist was a very small young orphan boy. His mother passed away after giving birth to Oliver Twist. Okay, and he was, after his mother's death, young Oliver Twist was taken to a baby farm. Oliver Twist spent his 9 years in that baby farm, which was run by Mrs. Mann. It was the worst life that he had in his life. See, when he was 9 years old, he was transferred to a workhouse. Workhouse is also an orphanage. In a workhouse, poor people, underprivileged children will be taken care. They will be giving free food. They will be giving free shelter over there. Okay, it's just like an orphanage. So he was taken to a workhouse. As I told you, this lesson, Oliver Twist, is taken from the classic novel Oliver Twist, written by Charles Dickens. This is just an extract from the novel. See children, in this story, in this lesson, we are going to read the life of Oliver Twist in the Workhouse. Workhouse is an orphanage wherein the adults will be living at free of cost. Okay, before going to the lesson, let me introduce the new words which are given here. Dear children, here is a list of new words which are introduced in our lesson Oliver Twist. Sage means wise, having some valuable thoughts, a person who has valuable, wise thoughts. Intelligent, we can say. Voracious, extreme eagerness. Tavern, a public house. Tavern. Pinioned, hold someone down. Pinioned. Porringer. Porringer, a small ball with a handle. Okay children, let's start. We are going to read the 8th lesson. Let's take page number 78. The name of the lesson is Oliver Twist, written by Charles Dickens. The board was a group of sage philosophical men. They turned their attention to the workhouse and found out at once that the poor people liked it. Oh, we must be the fellows to set it right. We will stop it all in no time. It was a tavern where there was nothing to pay. A public breakfast, dinner, tea and supper all the year round. A brick and mortar Elysium, where it was all play and no work. Dear children, as I told you, at the age of 9, our little Oliver was taken to a workhouse. Workhouse is basically an orphanage, where the underprivileged or poor children were given food and basic things at free of cost. Okay, here the workhouse was run by a board of wise men. Okay, and they were sitting together, you can see in the picture, and they were sitting together and talking about the functioning of the workhouse. They were very mean, very bad and unkind people. And one of the members was telling that, wow, what a life it is. We are working hard, we are earning money, and then only we get food. But look at the poor children who are staying in this workhouse. They are not doing anything. They are not paying any money. Still, without paying money, without doing any work, they are getting good food and shelter all the time. Correct? So, they decided to bring some changes in the functioning of the workhouse. They have introduced some new rules and regulations for the people, the children who are staying in the workhouse. Though they issued a letter. Can you see? This is the letter. In the letter, it was written that each and every child who was staying in the workhouse has to work hard day and night. Then only he would be getting food. And if the child behaved improperly or if he seemed to be disobedient, he would be thrown out of the workhouse. This is the new amended rule introduced by the wise men, the board of the workhouse. So, they established the rule that all poor people should have the alternative of being starved by a gradual process in the house or by a quick one out of it. Dear children, so these mean people, right, the board of the workhouse, they issued a letter. In the letter, it was written that each and every child who was staying in the workhouse had to work hard day and night. and then only they would be getting food. Again, if any child behaved improperly, he would be thrown out of the workhouse. With this view, they issued 3 meals of thin gruel a day with an onion twice a week and half a roll on Sundays. The board had come to a decision regarding Oliver the very day he had arrived that would exercise the most material influence over all his future fortunes. Children, as they had introduced some new rules and regulations, as a part of the amendment of such rules and regulations, the board had cut down the meals, the quantity of meals that was served to the poor children. You know, the new revised menu goes like this. The kids will be getting 3 meals of thin gruel a day. Gruel is, thin soup. So, morning, then for lunch and for dinner, they will be getting only a bowl of thin gruel, thin soup. Children, and they will get half a roll of bread. Only half a roll. That's also only on Sundays. Correct? So, they are going to be served with minimal amount of food. Correct? Yes. Then, as I told you initially, Oliver was brought to the workhouse at the age of 9. And he was not sure what kind of treatment that he was going to get from there. Because he is very new there. He didn't know anyone who was staying over there. Correct? But he seemed to be very happy because it's going to be a new experience for him, and he is going to be with the company of many other boys who were of the same age. Poor Oliver, he little thought as he lay sleeping in happy unconsciousness of all around him. As I told you, he seemed to be very happy that he is going to get a lot of friends over there. It's going to be a new life for him, and he slept peacefully. He has got new bed, new friends, and new life. He slept off well. The workhouse hall in which the boys were fed was a large stone hall with a copper at one end, out of which the master, dressed in an apron for the purpose and assisted by 1 or 2 women, ladled the gruel at meal times. As I told you, everything had been revised. Correct? The rules have been revised over there. Even the food served for the kids, the quantity of food also had been revised. The menu had been revised. They are going to get raw onions, only 1 raw onion twice a week. They will be getting half a roll only on Sundays, and 3 meals of gruel, thin soup. As I told you, the workhouse was a large stone hall where these kids used to sit and eat their food. And there was the master. Okay, he was wearing an apron who will be ordering them. He will be giving the instructions to kids, and he was serving food for them. You know what food was serving for them? Just a bowl of soup. That's it. And you know, this man, the master, who was assisted by 1 or 2 ladies over there to serve food for the kids. Look at the picture here, children. Each boy had 1 porringer. Porringer is a small ball with a handle, and no more, except on occasions of great public rejoicing, when he had 2 ounces and a quarter of bread besides. See, on normal days, this is the food served for the kids, right? A small bowl of gruel, soup. But on public occasions or some occasions of rejoicing, some special days, they will be served with bread. Boys have generally excellent appetites. The balls never wanted washing. The boys polished them with their spoons till they shone again. I wanted some more gruel. I am still so hungry. Me too. Oliver Twist and his companions suffered the tortures of slow starvation for 3 months. See children, as you know, they are growing age, right? They are very small kids. So they need lot of nutritious food. But here, thin soup, a very small bowl of thin soup was served for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Correct? And it was not at all sufficient for them to fill their stomach. Even after having their food, they remained dull and weak because they are still having hungry. They were in slow starvation. They were experiencing starvation. Correct? Only no solid food for them. Correct? Only thin soup was served for them. So it was not at all enough for those boys. Correct? And they were complaining here, see, it's not enough for me. I still feel hungry. What to do? For the next 3 months, they struggled and they suffered a lot. But they were not, they were not ready, or no child is willing to speak for more food because they were scared of their master, the person who was serving food for them. They were scared that if they asked for more food, they would be punished. At last, they got so voracious and wild with hunger that one boy who was not used to the workhouse hinted darkly to his companions, I am afraid I might eat the boy who sleeps next to me if I don't get another ball. The boys believed him. Children, as I told you, next 3 months this was the condition. Only soup was served for these boys. And they became more wild with hunger. The kids became more restless and aggressive and wild with hunger. They were not able to bear that bitterness of starvation, right? Might be the first time they were experiencing it. And one of the boys, one day he was declaring to the companions, I am scared I will swallow the boy who is sleeping next to me because I cannot bear this hunger. This is the first experience in my life. I cannot go into starvation. I need one more bowl of soup daily. And they are very small kids, right? They took his words very seriously and they got scared that, oh my God, if he swallows any one of us, what will happen? So some action has to be taken now. We should at least inform the master to get more food. Right? So a council was held. Lots were cast who should walk up to the master after supper that evening and ask for more. So suddenly a council of boys was formed there, and they took a very quick decision that today after dinner one of us would go to the master and inform him that, Master, we need more food. The food that we are serving is not enough for us. We are in starvation. We need more food. But the question is, who will go to talk to the master regarding this issue? Because all of them were scared of the master. They are scared they will be thrashed or beaten up or ill-treated by him. So what did they do? They took some pieces of paper and they wrote the names of the children over there and put these sheets of paper on the bed. And one boy was asked to take this lot. And whosever name is written on this piece of paper, that boy should go and talk to the master for serving more food. Okay? And they put the bits of papers and picked up the paper. And it fell to Oliver Twist. And whose name was written over there? Yes, It's Oliver Twist names. So it's Oliver's turn to go to talk to master and inform him about this issue of the food. Evening, after supper, desperate with hunger and reckless with misery, Oliver rose from the table and advanced to the master, basin and spoon in hand. Children, that evening after dinner, Oliver, look at the picture, he is going to the master to plead for more food, holding the basin, that porringer, and a spoon in his hand. And how was he looking? See, he was desperate with hunger. No hope. Oliver, not only Oliver, for each and every child sitting over here, they don't have the hope that they would be serving more food, because they know their master very well. He is not at all a kind and generous person towards the kids. And they are scared that if they ask for more food, definitely they will be punished. See, and they are desperate with hunger and reckless with misery. They are leading a very pathetic life over there. They are desperate, hopeless. They don't have any hope, any dreams in life. Reckless. Reckless means thoughtless. Here, they are not able to think properly, and they don't know whether they are going to ask food, whether it is good, it's a correct or a wrong thing. They don't know anything about it. They are reckless. They are not able to think, because they are completely weak physically, mentally. For the last 3 months they have been in slow starvation, so they are completely weak. Correct? So they are not able to think, and they are become very desperate, no hope and dreams in their life, and they are scared. Top it to all, they are scared that whether they will be punished if they ask for more food. Please, sir, I want some more. What? The master and the assistants stood in astonished silence. At Oliver's request, the master aimed a blow at Oliver's head with the ladle, pinioned him in his arm, and shrieked aloud for the beadle, who then reported it to the board. Oliver Twist has asked for more. Oliver was ordered into instant confinement. Sir, please, sir, I want some more. Oliver went to the master and requested for some more food. Please, sir, I want some more. Dear children, after the publication of this book, Oliver Twist, this expression has become one of the very famous quotes in English literature. Please, sir, I want some more. And look at the reaction of the master and the attendants over here. They were in astonishment. It's an unexpected shock to them. Somebody is asking, somebody is forcing them to give more food. They didn't expect it from a child. See, that means the kids are grown to raise their voice for their privileges, for their rights. Correct? As he is a poor child who has been taken care by them in the workhouse, it's their duty to take care of them very well, by feeding them well, by feeding them nutritious food, by giving them all the basic needs to them. But here all the basic things are being violated. Correct? And here is a boy, Oliver Twist, that also who has come very recently to the workhouse. He is asking for food for others. Correct? That means kids have grown. They are become more confident and courageous to ask food, ask for their privileges and rights. If something goes wrong, or if they are not getting their the things that they need to get, they will question. That should not happen. Correct? Yes. He is questioning the board of people. Why are you not giving us proper food? I need more food. That means they have got the courage to ask them. Yes. See what happened suddenly? The master, he whacked him very badly, hit him, pinioned him, he hauled him down, he was about to squash, correct, by the master. And he, with a ladle, he hit him, whacked him very badly, correct. He picked up him in a very bad manner and hit him with a ladle. See the way the kids have been tortured in such a workhouse, because no one is there to speak for them, right? Yes. And this master immediately went to the board and reported the same. Sir, the new boy who has admitted very recently is asking for more food. Oliver was ordered into instant confinement. A bill was next morning pasted on the outside of the gate. It offered a reward of £5 to anybody who would take Oliver Twist off the hands of the parish. Children, okay, hearing this news, the board members, they became agitated, they became very angry. Oh, the new child, how he dares to ask for more food. Next time he will be coming and asking for more rights and luxuries. How can we provide them? Right? It's not possible. What did they do? They gave a very grave punishment to our poor child Oliver. He was ordered to sent into a confinement. See, confinement is a very closed room, a dark room. Let's assume it's a dark room. No one else will enter in that room. Only Oliver will be staying there all alone. Food will be given to him there itself. It was just like a prison. Okay, and Oliver, who had just asked for a small bowl of gruel, was sent into the confinement area. He was sent into the jail. He was going to live all alone. A notice was posted on the outside of the gate of the workhouse next morning itself. Whoever wants Oliver can take him from the parish. That means they are not at all ready to accommodate or take care Oliver Twist henceforth. Just imagine, children, Oliver was an orphan. He had no parents, and now he is in confinement. The workhouse people were not at all willing to take care of him. This was the life of Oliver at the workhouse. As I told you, this is the extract taken from the novel Oliver Twist. It beautifully gives the life of the poor and underprivileged children in the workhouses. Here is the mind map of the lesson Oliver Twist. The story of an orphan Oliver Twist. As I told you, soon after his birth, his mother passed away, and he was taken to a baby farm which was run by a cruel lady, Mrs. Mann. Till 9 years, he was staying in the baby farm. It's also an orphanage for babies and infants. Okay? Later on, at the age of 9, our young Oliver was transferred to a workhouse, an orphanage for adults. Okay? The board of the workhouse established the new poor law. They have revised the rules and regulations which they were following for the poor people who were staying in the workhouse. Correct? What was the rule? Do you remember? They had to work hard. The children who were staying in the workhouse cannot afford food at free of cost without doing any work. They have to work hard day and night, then only they will be served food. Correct? They issued 3 meals of thin gruel. Again, there was an amendment in their food also. Correct? They reduced the quantity of the food which was served to the kids. And 3 times a day, the child will be getting only the thin clear soup. Yes. One day, Oliver asked for more gruel. Correct? As he was insisted by his companions, he went to the master and asked for more gruel. Sir, please give me something more. Did the people, the board members of the workhouse like his plea to get one more bowl of soup or gruel? No. What did they do? They sent him into a confined area, into a dark room like a prison. He was sent to the confined area. He was asked to stay in that dark room all alone. Yes. This is just an extract, a piece of writing taken from the novel Oliver Twist, written by Charles Dickens. In this novel, Oliver Twist talks about child labor, domestic violence, and the unfortunate life or the plight of the miseries of the underprivileged children. Okay, the life of the poor people, the underprivileged children, or the orphans leading in workhouses and the orphanages. Children, here is an assignment for you. Let's take page number 84. Choose the correct word and fill in the blanks. The first one has been done for you. There are 6 questions. Let me read the first question for you. The bucket fell into the well because the rope became loose. 2 words are given there. Correct? You need to find out the appropriate word and write down there. Correct? Loose. L-O-O-S-E, L-O-S-E. Find out the correct word and write the answers over here. These answers will be discussed in our next interaction class. So before the next interaction session, please try to complete the homework given to you, which lies in page number 84. Here we are going to wind up the class. Please do watch this video carefully, then read the textbook thoroughly. As I remind you every time while reading the textbook, if you have any doubts or if you need any clarifications, please mark them down with a pencil. So you can ask the doubts and we can clarify the doubts in the next interaction session. Okay, and if possible, try to get the novel Oliver Twist and read it. Do read it, you will like, because it's the life of a young boy, young child who is of your age. So you can relate his life with the luxuries and the comforts that you are getting in your beautiful life. I am reminding one more thing, please do pray every day to God that you have got wonderful, the most wonderful parents in your life, and you have got the most wonderful life in, forever. Dear children, be grateful to God and your parents who provide you such a beautiful life to you, such a peaceful life to you. Correct? Yes. All of you, study well, take care of your good health, do prayers every day. Thank you.